Hello, welcome to the fifth devlog. It's been a while since I uploaded a devlog. The main reasons is because I've been working on a map, and the map ended up taking a lot longer than making the code. So, and yeah, obviously any map can work for what I did. But let's go to the game maker. Let's open the main program right now. Okay, so now we can do scenario creator, and you see map setup, tile setup, country setup, owner setup, and compiler. So let's go through this real quick. First of all, we have the map setup. So we just upload a map like this. We title it blank map, and we have a folder for input and output. So in input, we just put a first thing we do is put a blank map and custom island instructions. So islands are anything put in purple. So these will not be their own state. They're just given to the nearest state unless you specify which state you want to give it. So you could see a lot of these. So essentially, how it works is that this tile finder goes through every tile, every pixel on the map, and then it will extract the tile, and then it will essentially make it so you can't land on that tile again. Now we also have the connections finder, which has this thoroughness bar for this thing. If I put it on like 0.1, it will take half an hour. This will take like 3 minutes. But if you put it on like something high, it'll take like 10 hours. Um, it's an extremely intensive thing. It's essentially how it works is that the connection thoroughness thing basically means it shrinks the map by that amount, and then it finds the boundaries like that by filling in tiles. So then let's go to the next part. Now, as I said, we've already made this, so let's do refresh tiles. So we do refresh tiles, and then we do load tiles. So here are the tiles I made. You could customize everything in here. So now I actually, beyond a certain point, didn't do any of this, and that is mainly because it's just way too much. I'm gonna slowly do this over some period of time, and I'll probably make a lot of progress over the next few days. But for now, I was just giving the names and just seeing if how it worked out. So yeah, but let's see. None of that. We want to give it like 100,000 people, and you can give it any kind of production you want. This is really extreme. You can make it a capital or not, and essentially the capital means that if a player owns it, then it will be owned by them. It'll be their capital. So then we can go to country setup, and we can also do load countries. Here are the countries I made. So essentially, you can customize this stuff. Like if you could either use the arrow keys, or you could just click here, and it will customize the color. You could also set the amount of reserves and production. I didn't do these. So now let's go to the owners. So essentially, the owners works by you just make the map and color the tiles with the country color that you defined over here. And after I did that, I compiled it. So these are the owners for the map, and I compiled it. And I'm gonna close out of this now. Let's go back to here. So I also made this map. Let's just quickly show it. It's just a pretty garbage map. This is the first time I ever tested the scenario editor. Pretty sure it says here, yeah. Now I'm gonna have to make a scroll bar pretty clearly for this, but let's just see it right here. It's gonna take a second to load, and here we are. So this is our map I made this entirely using scenario editor. As you can see, everything here is like default. Like there's no flags or anything. Most of the states don't have population values, except for a few states here, which will have stuff like, yeah, you have 1.1 million people, 20 production. I wonder what it's for this. Yeah, I made it one production value. I gave it one production for this. It's kind of crazy. I'll probably have to change that, but I think it's just generally pretty cool. So yeah, I guess it'll be an interesting scenario I'll work on over the next few days. Um, the reason why I wanted to do this now, essentially, was that I feel like the Civil War scenario is very restricting. Now, this kind of forces me to expand a lot of aspects of the game. So, obviously, the government here is just essentially as basic as you can get. But like the relation screen, I didn't. And there's no point in making this in a Civil War scenario. Also, like the events, there's no point in improving that in a Civil War scenario and stuff like. I mean, generally. making things scroll bars for stuff, improving the way some of these things work. I want to just see how this game works with a big map, a big scenario, and I felt like this was the right thing to do. And right now, it looks like it's turning out good, but I'm going to obviously need to adjust stuff, add diplomacy, make a things just generally things more efficient and better, and yeah. I might have to. I'm also thinking of adding some settings. I think I'm gonna have to reduce the size of these center circles by something, or maybe I could make that a setting as well. I don't really know. I think that's mostly it for this devlog, though. I'm just gonna go through the map just to show other parts of it. This is what China looks like. Japan. You have Thailand, Americas, Philippines, Dutch East Indies, Australia, New Zealand, and yeah, of course you have sea tiles. Here's like Madagascar. Yeah. This is Africa. You have Ethiopia here. You have Germany, France. The Ottoman Empire at this point still controlled Libya. There's gonna be a war in 1911, and there's gonna be also another war in the Balkans that'll kick the Ottoman Empire out of here. I think this will be interesting to make a lot of scenarios out of it. Make a the scenario out of it. But I think that's it for this devlog. Here's South America, if you were wondering. So that's it. That's it now.